Summer solstice. Oh my. What do? We're stepping into it. A long light day today, where the light reigns over the darkness today. I'm like, whoa, that's true. So, we are on day 15 of our sacred purpose. Goodness gracious, golly gee. I haven't said that in a long time. Goodness gracious, golly gee. Okay. So today we are in today is June 20th, summer solstice, and it is the blue solar night. And I pulse in order to dream, realizing intuition. I seal the input of abundance with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of self generation. So, this is where we're taking that light energy and we're utilizing it in a way that allows you to just recharge yourself, to bring yourself into that recharging. So we have this beautiful color, blue, for transform. We have the planet Saturn. We have the chakra solar plexus and earth family signal. You know what? Hold on a second. There you go. It's like that's probably turned down too much. Okay. So solstice summer, northern hemisphere, and winter is in the southern hemisphere. The cosmos is inherited order and is instinctually beautiful and elegant. So it's the back of the head, the alpha alpha, and we're working in that the mental sphere number one, and it's the cosmic creational energy. So, yeah, it's all about boosting that energy today. It's all about really staying in that energy flow. So, I'm not going to be on here a super long time because yesterday was a long time for the amount of medicine that we were doing. But it needed to be done. Okay, it really did. It needed to be done yesterday. And I'm so glad that I got that signal to do that yesterday and to really bring that in. So I'm glad we did that. It needed to be done. So today, okay, let me close that part. Okay, so today I want to talk about how you're flowing with your sacred purpose, because today you want to really bump it up. You can pump it up. You gotta pump it up, buddy, up. Da, 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 da. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm going into my dancing mode. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to bring to your attention is tomorrow's the full moon. It's in Capricorn, but it's one of those energies where you have to kind of look at and reveal, kind of look at where you are energetically. How's it feeling? People who are Capricorn are going to feel it the most. You're probably going to be a little bit moody. You're probably going to be a little bit more sensitive. That would be me. So tomorrow is going to be a little edgy with that full moon. The word sacred, I know we talked about this, is the hollow and consecrated or made holy by associating with divinity. Sacrifice to offer up expression of thanks and devotion, surrender, to give something up. But when we look at the word altar, it says burnt offering, high altar. And it's where you would offer something or worship something. So I was just looking at those words and I was kind of like thinking about that. So if you have water, please drink some water. And we're going to move into this where we're just going to sit in our beautiful crystalline space. Just sit with that real quick and just breathe. And then we're going to talk about next month's energy. And just breathe. Bring awareness to your breath. We're just going to bump up the energy. Just breathe. Bring your awareness to your breath. If you are having a day where you feel really sensitive right now, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling tired, this is going to be that moment we're going to charge ourselves out with this beautiful light energy of the divine. Okay, close your eyes. Taking a nice deep breath. Inhale it in, exhale it out. Bring in another deep breath again. Bring in a deep, 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 deep breath. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. Bring in another deep breath. Deep, 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 deep. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. Last one, bring in a nice deep breath again. Deep breath. Deep, 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 deep. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. Okay. Now this time we're going to change it up a little bit because I want it to be amplified within you. So now I just want you to just see yourself sitting in a beautiful quartz crystal pyramid. Oh yeah, we're going there. Yeah. Okay, see yourself sitting inside of a beautiful pyramid. But this pyramid is quartz crystal. You can see through all the sides. It's a clear quartz crystal. Okay. As you're sitting inside of it, just allow yourself to receive this beautiful diamond white light, orb of light, coming straight from the very tops of source, dropping through the tip part of the pyramid as it exhales down, moving itself down and through that stargate, into that galactic and universe and spirit, into the soul star, into the crown, and it's just going to flow into the third eye. Just allow it to come down, this beautiful light, and breathe here. Inhale, and now it moves all the way down into the throat. Breathe here. Inhale, exhale it out as it drops down into the heart. Now right here is where I want you to have your focus. This heart space, the sacred space. This is our sacred space that really governs how we respond to things, how we sit within the heart of ourselves. And this is the one that brings us into that divine alignment of that self-love, of that connection into source love energy. This also brings us into that attunement energy, sitting into that manifestational part of ourselves of what we are co-creating with source, how we're creating our reality, what we're sitting into. How does it feel? We need to feel it from within the heart space. So just breathe, inhale, exhale here. and just be in this heart space. Allow the beautiful light to just expand in your heart space. Moving out any type of energy of doubt, fear, judgment. Moving that out. Being connected. And just breathe. And just feel your heart space if there was any heaviness, things heavy on your heart, things you've been worrying about, or you're just feeling kind of just that overwhelmed. You want that light to just expand that. And just push that energy out and bring it to a neutral. Just transmuting that energy of worry, doubt, fear, anger, frustration, not feeling your high vibe self, kind of like just move that out. And just allow the heart to expand in its divineness. And breathe. And just hold that. And just feel that energy of what was there just lifting. You don't have to hold that. You don't need to have that stress there. One thing about completing your sacred mission, stepping into it, your sacred purpose, you want to be able to come from your heart space. That's your truth, representing from there. And just expand. Deep breath here. Exhale it out. Being fully activated in the heart space, your sacred heart space. Breathe. Inhale. Now allow that energy to just drop down into that beautiful solar plexus as it drops down into the sacral, as it drops down into the root, flowing all the way down through the legs, down to the feet, into the earth star, settling into the water star. And allow the energy to just pulse there. Feel the connection through the crown and through the water star, through the soul star and the water star. Feel that connection. Breathe. And now we're just going to allow this energy, this beautiful divine diamond white light energy of source, to just charge you up, to bring up your cells and just talk to all the cells of your body. Just allow it to come and just be. And just feel that energy talking to the DNA, the RNA, the mitochondria, the protons, the electrons, the neutrons, the nucleus, the atoms, all the molecules. And just allow that energy to communicate with every part of your being. Let's just start up at the brainstem. Allow that energy to just flow all the way down the back into the spinal fluid, recharging it. Feel that energy moving in. And all you're doing is just allowing the sacred energy of the divine to just move through your life force, increasing that energy of love, which is 77, 77, 77, 00, 11. Be in that space. Breathe. Allow it to come down. And now as it settles and moves towards the front of the body, as it expands through the spine, And it goes through the nervous system, responding to all the organs, as it moves into the throat, spiraling up through the sinus cavities first. Let's take care of that. Moving into the ears, moving into the eyes, back of the eyes, moving down into the throat, dropping down into the esophagus, moving down to the bronchioles, moving down to the lungs, spreading that light, moving that light, responding. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just moving all the way down into the heart chambers, bringing in that beautiful divine light. Anything that's stuck energy, that's just representing blockages, are now being just neutralized and deactivated. Let's just move that out, transmuting it. Breathe, and just know, because you're sitting inside of your beautiful pyramid, this work is just being amplified. And just allow that light to flood through as it moves into the stomach, moving out anything that is not of divine out of that stomach area. And just allow it now to move into the small intestines as it floats over energetically into the liver, moving out any stuck worry, fear, anger. Just moving that out as that energy moves over into the pancreas, into your spleen area, keeping it all in balance, moving out any stuck energy there. As it drops down into the large intestines, and now flooding that light energy into the kidneys, moving into the kidneys, all the way down through the urethra, into the bladder, bringing the filtration into balance. And now moving into the space of the lymphatic system, into all the blood, the vessels, white blood cells, red blood cells, leukocytes. Lymphatic system now moves, moving out stuck achiness, flowing it down, moving it into the awareness of all joints, arm joints, elbow joints. Moving out anything that's just causing some stiffness, soreness, stuck energy, because you're going through a crystalline process. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. And just allowing yourself to take a deep breath here, deep breath. Exhale it out. Dropping all the way down into the knee joints, ankles, hips, pelvis, Get that out of there. Some of us are walking catawampic. Your gait is unstable, and it makes you feel like you're going to topple over. But let's go back up to the ears. Let's go into the ears. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. Let's see what's going on in the ears. As we bring that beautiful diamond white light of Source into the ears. Source is doing this. Allow the Creator to go into your ears and adjust your ears so that you may hear clearly. Balance it out. Just breathe. Allow that energy now to drop back down the spine once again. And let's just go through the top part of the spine. Smooth out all that stuff from behind the back of the back, around the shoulder blades. Let's get rid of computeritis, phonitis. Let's get rid of that computeritis, phonitis. The hunching over, doing that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's move into thoracic, where we have to be able to take a full breath because there's tension here. So let's just move that out. Breathe. Move that out of the space. Let's drop down into the lower back. Oh, yeah. Why you got this sitting here? What's going on there? Feeling a little stiff there? A little sore? Feeling kind of like you're worrying about financial stuff? Stop that. Let's get rid of that. That lower back. Did you lift something too heavy? Kind of throw that out of whack. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Let's now float back up to the sternum. Let's look here. Let's look in the ribs. How's your ribs doing? Sneezing too much? Coughing too much? Laughing too much? Did you pop a rib out? Let's put everything back divinely aligned. Align. Okay, drop that energy down. Good job. Breathe here. Inhale, exhale. Now, this time I need you to take a really deep breath. Breathe in. This time I need you to hold a breath. Exhale it out. Okay. Okay, auric field. Etheric, subtle body. And now with this beautiful divine light, as we accelerate into the light of ourselves and claiming our light, we ask any entity energies that are not supposed to be on you, wherever it came from, you no longer have permission to be here. Ask it to leave, depart, vanish, get out, leave. Command it so, because that you can command that, and they have to abide by those rules. So anything that you might have just picked up, I don't know, in any of the stores along the way, somebody else's stuff, it's not yours to carry. Just release it and tell it to leave. And we'll just bring in a blast of magenta light. Let's activate that transmission of magenta. Nah. Yorindai. Bye. There you go. And just allow that energy now to keep flowing down. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Allow the spiritual body, the emotional body, the physical body, the mental body self to just receive that energy, balancing everything into place. And now moving into right in the center of you, just moving into that activation of that beautiful divine blueprint of self. And just allow yourself to just sit in that beautiful light of Creator. You're connected to Creator. And just breathe. And just be in this moment. Just breathe. And as the energy keeps moving up and down the spine itself, just breathe. And in divine source creator, our mother, father, creator, to just fill you completely 100% with absolute love, activating your crystalline body even more. And just breathe that in. And bring both hands to the heart space. And be present in this moment. Breathe. Give thanks for this beautiful connection. Give thanks for the beautiful crystal clear pyramid. Give thanks to Source. And now just allow yourself to bring awareness to your breath yet again. And now just allow yourself to know that this beautiful divine light that is with you is just balancing everything out, your chakras, and putting everything in a divine balance for you. Just breathe. Give thanks for today, this moment, and all that you have, and all that is coming, that is on its way to you, just simply by knowing. Because you've already did the work, and now it's just divinely aligning to it on those higher timelines. And just breathe. And now we say thank you to that beautiful diamond white light. Thank you to the magenta light that came in to do a finalizing cleansing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we just say thank you, thank you, thank you, and ask that beautiful spiral light to return from which it came. Thank you so much from that 12th dimension of absolute love. And now just bringing in that beautiful silver light to seal everything in and just activate all the source codes that are flowing. And just bring that in. And breathe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. End of transmission. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Cosmic Mothers. Thank you. And now your beautiful pyramid comes down. Thank you. Deactivate that. Thank you. And bring awareness to your fingertips. Bring awareness to your feet. Bring awareness to your breath. And when you are ready, open your eyes and be present. How's everybody feeling? Going good? How's your body? Yeah. You should be feeling pretty good. probably relaxed. Okay. On July, I wanted to read something. I'm going to take it from King Simon's book. Oh, I missed it. No, you didn't. My neck feels so much better. Yes. You didn't miss it. If you came in for part of it, it's still flowing. Just breathe. It'll work with you. Okay. The number 7 is a symbol of spiritual growth. Keep that in mind. This is what we're stepping into next month. It's only what? Week and a half or so away? Where did this month go? It's absolutely ridiculous. Where'd it go? It's gone. So pay attention, because next month is going to be, it's going to be a little overloading for a lot of people. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff coming out, because that 7 is going to be about spiritual growth, and it's also about being in truth. Okay? So we're going to be dealing with this spiritual growth, the development of high intuitive understanding. Not understanding, understanding. Okay? The number 7 is known as the symbol of external combination of the creator and the nature within man. Okay? The number 7 people are considered the researchers, philosophers, physics, metaphysical teachers. That represents if you're a path of a 7. So, but it also brings in the visual methods, higher goals of themselves. It brings in the energy of this. But when we're working with the 7, it helps to strengthen your spiritual, your meditation, your prayers, brings that in. But the main thing about a number 7 is the spiritual growth and being in that 7 energy. That's connected to source. When we talk about when you're sitting down and you're preparing for Sundance, you're making your prayer ties, you're making your 7 prayer ties, you're making them in the lines, you're creating your whole secret theme. We're talking about the 7 days of the week. We're talking about 7. That 7 is that creational being connected to the divine source. So next month, just saying, we're almost done with this. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days left of this 21 day. How is everyone feeling with that 21 days? Are you seeing things shifting for yourself? Are you feeling better? Are you feeling focused? Have you been showing up, being consistent? Because that's what it takes to keep shifting that. I'm going to watch the live over again after. Okay. That energy, when it's moving us and we're shifting, I'm feeling stronger. Great. You want to be in that place where you're doing it because you need it for next month. Okay. I can't stress this enough. Next month is going to be so much energy. It's going to be fast. It's going to be flowing. Okay. It's going to be just moving. But in that process, there is going to be a lot of revealing. And this is where that energy is going to be so high. A lot of people are going to have to really pay attention on what they can tolerate, what they can't tolerate. Don't be thinking that this energy outside, that sun, is not the same sun 10, 15 years ago, 5 years ago. Okay, it's very intense now. So please be aware with your animals, your dogs when you're taking them out. Okay, be aware of yourself. If you're going out, you're hanging out at the oceans and the lakes and the rivers, be aware of the intensity of the codes. Yeah, see, this is the part people don't pay attention to. All the water on the earth is being recoded. So just know that when you're in that, you're not only getting the sun response, you're also, if you're in the water, you're getting the water codes at the same time. Some people are not going to be able to handle all of that. That's a lot of codes. Okay? Hence the word. This is why you have to stay hydrated, because it makes the processing easier on you so that you can integrate easier. If not, things are going to get stuck and you're going to start feeling it. So the water is going to be your friend. Your electrolytes are going to be your friends. I'm not a doctor, not prescribing, blah, 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 but I'm letting you know. So just be aware. This is what we're going to be stepping into. And I'm telling you, as soon as we hit that doorway, it's going to be like boom. Like someone did the Mission Impossible light that match and then lit it. Da 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 da. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be the mission that's possible, not impossible, but you're possible because you know where you're going. You know what you're doing. You're connected into your timeline of anchoring your sacred purpose and your mission, where you're going. In order to do these things, you have to know who you are. You have to be willing to remember who you are. Come out of the sleep. Okay. So remember yesterday when I was saying, I was talking about can't keep saying fifth dimension because that just makes you stay right there. Like you're just agreeing to the fifth dimension. I remember when I started coming on, I was like, oh yeah, we're moving to the fifth dimension. But there was something wrong with that. And it was like, how can you still say we're moving to the fifth dimension if, like I said yesterday, if Lemuria and Atlantis were way out of fifth dimension, they were up in those sixth and seventh and eighth dimensions. That's where they were, even higher. So why would we think because they went down and got covered with water that those dimensions you don't have access to? Now I got you thinking. You've been having access the whole time. It's just because of the stuff that we had to do yesterday to get rid of so that you can see it clearer and feel it clearer. And if you tell someone, it's like this. Think about it like this. If you keep telling a group of people that they can't get on the train to go get the mustard, because in order for them to get on the train to get the mustard, they have to have a certain amount of money to do that. So if you keep telling people that, they're going to start believing that. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. Hi, Burley. They're going to start believing they're not going to have enough money to get on the train to go get the mustard. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. So people are going to start believing in that. And then they're going to stay like that until someone finally says, well, come on. I'll go get on the train and I'll go get the mustard and bring it back. This is why. If you are connected to the divinity, you're connected to source, you're connected to the divine mother, divine father, okay? That resides in us, all right? You are not bound by just this dimension or that dimension. You have access to it, but you have to give yourself permission to know that you are. And don't let anyone else say anything different to you. Don't let anyone else program your mind to think differently than that. You have the birthright, the blueprint of the cosmos residing in you that gives you access. We're just working through a little bit of the manipulation stuff that's happened to us in all of our incarnations to unlock those things that have been on a lockdown for that, certain parts of our DNA. But that's coming online because what? We command it so. Because we speak it into reality through our divine Heka. Divine Heka is this, the divine magic of the self, the divine voice. This right here, the voice, makes things happen. Speak it into form. Why do you think there's so many, I don't know, interruptions or bothersome things going on with our throat chakra? That crap. What do you think they're trying to do with that, the xenomorphs? Well, they interfere with that. You can't talk or can't get things out clearly. It's having a problem there. That's why we do the divine light, making sure we're aligned, clearing that hara, keeping that divine light all the way through connection. Okay? Think about that. We speak it into form. Powerful. Now, just imagine if everybody came together on planet Earth. Everybody, I mean everybody, including the trollers, came together on Earth. And we all just said, we consent no more to the lower vibrational beings that have been governing us since the beginning of time on this planet and manipulating us. We no longer consent to your energy. You have been canceled. What would happen? Oh, we would start seeing all kind of stuff being reported. If everybody did it, say at 12 noon and then 12 midnight, we locked that in on those 12s. We're using the 3, the Trinity. Put a like on the video so it doesn't go down. Put a like on it. Just saying. But just think about it. You know, people come together and do meditations and power meditations and stuff like that. But what if we all came together and denounce and rebuke all of that stuff? All of that lower, dark, vibrational stuff that was created to keep us under control. And if you just spoke it with your divine Heka, it starts to imprint out there. It starts to mess with that. Now, I'm going to take it one step further. So yesterday I didn't share this because we were in the medicine of that and I couldn't bring it up. But that night before, that morning when I woke up, yesterday morning, I was in a dream state where I was seeing the water above me. I'm standing here and then the water below me. So I see the water above me, I'm standing here, and I see the water below me. And I'm like, and then I see the arch of how Earth looks, but it's got the water dome, the firmament. And I'm like, and I go, water? And when I said water and I started to laugh, the top water went Then the bottom went, and then the way bottom went, it was like responding. And then I said, I love you. And then it was like, love you, love you, love you. And I was like, and I go, oh, I get it. And I heard, do you understand it? I go, yes, I do. Thank you. So I wanted to share this with you. And I just thought about it and I said, that's a freaking head trip. Now, I want you to think about something, okay? You know how we go out and we set the intention of the day. We want to be, follow through with our purpose, why we're here. We want to be a part of the bigger absolute love cause. We want to be in that. So when our thoughts go out and it hits the cosmos and it goes, hits the firmament, goes cosmos. So it leaves an imprint on the water above us. Your water. And then it comes back, tags you, texts you, beeps you, and then underneath you, it has to make it show up because it's water underneath. What does water do? What is the main function of water? It records. It holds memory. It sees and feels things. It's a living being. So when you really step out in the world and you start thinking that your life is challenging or things aren't moving the way you want it to, I want you to just step out of that for a second and realize who you are and realize what you're really connected to. You're connected to a living organism. And the one thing about it, if you're thinking, saying something, it's recording that. This kind of takes your mind to that, oh yeah. So it makes perfect sense that you have to keep your mind in check. You have to keep your energy vibration up because that's what you want reciprocated back to you. You don't want to keep bumping up there with the worry and the fear because it has no choice but to keep going, okay, poop, 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 giving it back to you. And then you're wondering, nothing's changing in my life. And then they record that. Nothing's changing in your life. So then it becomes this cycle. And it's like, whoa. So it's kind of like, remember Bruce Almighty? Remember that movie? I love that movie. And where he goes out with Morgan Freeman and he's being walked out and they're on top of the water. And he's like, oh, I'm standing on water. He's realizing it. And he's like, okay. It's that knowingness, that connection to know that you're standing on it. You just have to remember and stay in that frequency. And don't let the outside distractions keep pulling you out of it. That's the game. So when I was seeing that, I was just like, man, that's really kind of deep. Every time you walk outside, you're seeing this. What's above you? What's right here below you? And you're in the middle of it, which gives you perfect advantage to be crystal clear on what you're manifesting, what you're creating, what you are having to materialize and drop down in front of you. Be ready for that. Okay? You gotta be ready for this. Don't just be calling things in and then you're not ready for it. All right? So I want all of you to just really kind of think about that and say, wow, it's a different perspective. When when you think about it, this is why we get sensitive, because there's something that's rippling on her membrane. Something, she's trying to bounce it off, or something's trying to come in, and we're feeling that sound. It's just like a singing bowl. We feel that entry. We feel that pressure. Okay? It's the same if you submerged yourself down into the water. Say like you go down into the ocean. It's the same thing. Same thing. You're feeling that suspension, that energy. It's just we keep dealing with certain other frequencies that are not good, that are bothering us. Hence the words, when you're drinking your water, you give thanks for that. You know you're drinking that water when you speak into it, how it comes into your body and helps you. Okay? I really want you to sit with that. Think about that. How powerful that is. Instead of just thinking, oh, I'm just going outside, I'm going to nature. When you really look at the trees and how they are taking in light, and plasmic charged light surrounds them, they need that water to help that to be brought into them. That sun and the light, and everybody's talking, and it becomes this like crystalline mist, plasmic light that's absorbable for them. Same with us. It's always going. So you're always having to stay in contact of your thoughts. Okay, name the game now. Don't be down. When you're down and you're having a rough day, smudge yourself, get your feet on the earth, talk it out to a tree, talk it out to the earth. If you don't have anybody to talk to, talk it out. They're listening to you. They're not ignoring you. And then you'll see a hummingbird or a butterfly will come up to you and say, hey, what's going on here? Did you forget who you are? Here, I'm gonna remind you who you are. I'm in your face. Hi. Ho, 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 ho. And then a dragonfly might come up to you and say, hey, what's wrong with you? And then fly away. Have you ever noticed things are always talking to you? They show themselves to you in the moments when you're not feeling your best, or you're doubting something, or you're worried about something. Because she is always listening. She always hears us. All the time. Can you imagine being Mother Earth and she feels all of our stuff and hears us all the time? Can you imagine that? What if you were her? Let's go there. What if you were Mother Earth right now? Could you handle it? Hell no, you couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle it. You could just barely handle you. Could you imagine what it's like for her to have everything on her? Yet and still she keeps sustaining. But could you imagine everything she hears? What she feels? She feels people's sorrow. She feels people's happiness. She feels people's frustration. She feels everything all at once. She feels it. It's not like, okay, Tuesday, I'm just going to feel only footprints. Okay, on Friday, I'm only going to feel when it's worry time. That's all I'm going to deal with. But Sunday, it's happy time. No, she's not doing that. She feels it all at once. Could you imagine you trading places with her? which is why it's so important to remember who you are. Which is why it's so important for you to know how powerful you are. Because when you're standing on her, and then when you are here receiving, and it has no choice but to come to you, and then you create from here. You're not going to come creating from a place of doubt and fear. You can't do that. Did they create from a doubt and fear? Did the creator do that? No. Well, I kind of want to go ahead and, I don't know, I'm fearful to put the light to bring the sun on the moon. I don't know how they'll get along. Do you think that's happening? Just saying. I don't think that happened. You think there was some kind of, no. So I say this because today is a really good day to really honor your light. We're going to have long extension of light today. How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself going? Do you already see yourself there? That's where I want you to be. You already see yourself in it. You already see that. You don't have to worry about how it's all going to turn out. Just be there. Okay? How you want to be. But enjoy the essence that you're not alone. Enjoy the essence that she, beneath our feet, feels everything all at once. All at once. She doesn't get to separate it out. She doesn't. And here's the thing. You know how we get stressed out? I need a timeout. I got to go take a vacation. Mother doesn't get to do that. She just says, okay, you know what? I need to blow off some steam. Oh, you know what? I'm really feeling like gotta release this. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Well, we got hurricanes and all that stuff everywhere. Our emotions. Puts a different perspective, doesn't it? When you really see yourself standing in the middle of everything. So that was the message that was delivered, and I really wanted to share that with all of you. So because we talked about when we started this journey at 21 days that it was going to take consistency. It was going to take showing up. It was going to take working through your shadow. It was going to take kind of clearing the stuff out so you can see yourself better, so you can embrace and hold your divine light without all the disruptions and the artificial stuff interfering. Okay? So I hope you understand that. Let's take a look at what the ancestors would like to say to us for today. You're welcome. I love what I do. I really do. I love when I get my clients and people, they make those changes. I do. And you know what, everyone? I have my days too. I have my moments where I'm like, and I see crazy stuff going on and I'm like, really? But I hold it and I keep moving forward. EMF. Energy moving forward. Okay? Just keep it going. Don't have time to get stuck. Because if you get stuck, what happens? You start to sink in the quicksand. And the more you try to get out of the quicksand, it gets a little bit tighter. Okay? But I am going to definitely drink a lot of water and your electrolytes and stuff, you can just do trace minerals is a good one. But it's really concentrated. And some of your minerals you can do like pink Himalayan salt, a pinch, just a pinch. Don't get crazy with it. That has a lot of good minerals in it also. All right, let's see what the message is. What have we forgotten? I have to do this because it's like a key to everything else. Ooh, I like that. The ancestors. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, and then the water. Okay. So the ancestors are talking about Jubilee. Is a total where's my book? Is a total here it is. Total disruption. Okay. So let's take a look at that. Total disruption. What are we disrupting? I am completely open to the sacred magic of change. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Being of the change. Here's the ancestor message. Fear of change and fear of death are two huge fears of those who walked before. Your ancestors are calling on you to release the fear and rise as yourself with all the lessons from the past in your heart. Look at that. That's crazy. That's right there in your face. This represents in Tarot the death card. Okay, in Tarot, when you get the death card, this is representing that. And the death card is all about when something has to change, when the cycle has ended, when there needs to be a change. People always panic when they see the death card in Tarot. They're like, death. That doesn't mean a physical death. That means there's a timeline or an energy or a cycle of something that has to change. Now, what have we forgotten? Get this one. Medicine. Medicine. What have we forgotten? The medicine, the alchemy. The hidden words of this, I think, is really interesting. It's a 10. So that 10 represents that 1 starting. So we went from the death card to the medicine card. And it says snakes and ladders. Snakes and ladders. It's all about what parts of your life or self that you might have viewed as a negative or poison can be transformed into medicine. I have said this so many times. How can you take the issue at hand, that is A, what does B have to be in order to get C? What are you going to flip the poison into medicine? What's the medicine that you can create from it? So that means you can't stay stuck. You have to move forward. And this message says correction, belonging, ask for help, the ancestral message. So when you're sitting in that pondering place and you're thinking and you're trying to get the message to the self, ask for help. Remember the rules. They cannot help you unless you ask. They want you to ask. The activation for this. Oh, that comes with activations, you guys. Okay, here's the activation for this. I welcome the connection and the guidance of the positive ancestors from my ancestral lineage. Walk beside me and guide me on my way. That feels so good. Walk beside me and guide me on my way. You know, your grandmothers and grandfathers, they have to go through their healing on the other side. They never got a chance to get that healing here. But as they evolve and they move through, they can find out if they want to be signed up with you. And they'll say, well, yeah, I'll be a guide. So you'll smell certain things, you'll see certain things that um, were connected to them when they were in their physical body, and they'll show that they're around. One thing all of you need to pay attention to when you lay down and go to sleep at night or you wake up in the morning, a lot of times we are getting those spiritual knocks. And a lot of times, if you're going through something really heavy, your guides will show up, will come in at nighttime, and they will literally watch you, watch over you while you're sleeping. Okay? And the way you know, and I want you to pay attention now, when I say this, some of you going to be like, oh, wait a minute, she did not just say that. Okay? Because I had to pay attention to one time. It just kept happening over and over and over. I was like, what the hell is that? But you lay down, turn the lights off, you do whatever you do, da 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 da. And then, for some reason, you hear this pop sound, like a creak sound. People like to always place that saying, oh, it's the house settling. No, no, no. That's them coming in. Not always about settling. That's them coming in. So they're coming in, check in on you. See, I got goosebumps already. Coming in, checking in on you. And you'll hear that pop sound. And it's always a very distinct pop sound. And it'll be in doorways, it'll be in ceiling, it'll be in a wall. You'll hear a pop sound. Okay? The only time you should be concerned when you hear that pop sound and then after the pop you don't feel right, like something's weird, that's where you just say, hey, whoever you are, you don't belong here. Under universal law, get out. Okay? But otherwise, if you hear it and it makes you feel good, like your heart just kind of calms down all of a sudden, yeah, that's your ancestors coming in. They love to do that. And they like to hang out in your kitchens also. They'll do some pop sounds in the kitchen. And you be thinking somebody in your kitchen. Yeah, they're in there. You just don't see them. They're trying to figure out, well, what she got going? They got any food in here? Can we get that pie? I know I can't physically eat it, but I can at least absorb the essence of it. Well, bring that on out. You know, they're thinking, what's you got in it? What's in their fridge? She still got that. Oh, she got the casserole. Oh, let's get into that. See, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention because a lot of people just think it's your house settling or your apartment settling or da 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 da. But a lot of times, that's the loved ones coming in. They're coming in to check on you, see how you doing. They knew you weren't having a good day or something. They're gonna check in. All right, you're not alone. So say it with me. You are divinely aligned. You're divinely awake. You're divinely free. You're divinely seen. You're divinely heard. And you're divinely loved. Be so light. Like and subscribe. Be true to yourself. Be your light. And today, more than ever, be in your light. And remember what I was sharing with you. Think about it. When you go outside, when you say something, how fast does it get carried? Who heard you? All right. All right, lovelies. It's been my pleasure to be here with you today. So we will step into the full moon tomorrow. Thank you so much for the love hearts. May you receive all that love trillion times back. Trillions of love back to you. Trillions. Okay? May you always remember who you are. And you really step into it, knowing it. And be fearless. Be fearless. All right? All right, lovelies. Love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.